So what exactly is Oo-Mox, and how does it work? You'll find out right after this. Hey everybody, I am Taylor from Beard vs. Geek, where I show you how it is okay to be a man and a geek at the same time. Today we are back up to Warp 10, and we are talking about Oo-Mox. Oo-Mox is a practice that does not really have a direct translation into any human language.
There's no translation, but the ear is one of our most erogenous zones.
Oo-Mox is used for the Ferengi species, particularly Ferengi males. Ferengi's most sensitive areas are their ears being remarkable, being able to hear an argument clearly through a bulkhead, being able to judge exactly what the decibel level is of a room, and above all, being able to feel both pleasure and pain.
That's right. Keep going. Uh-huh. Don't stop until you see smoke.
The feeling of pleasure through the ears as being stroked or touched by a female is considered Oo-Mox. Oo-Mox is therefore seen as a sexual act and can in our language be termed as foreplay. Since the ears are the most erogenous zone of a Ferengi, a female would stroke the male's ears, particularly the outer area of the lobe and the second ridge of the lobe, in order to maximize pleasure for their mate. If males do not have a female around, they do this themselves on occasion and can have negative side effects to their health if they do it too often. Ring any bells?
I've probably been getting too much Oo-Mox.
Really? Who's the lucky female?
No female. Just me.
I'm sorry.
Sorry enough to do something about it?
Although to most species this is not seen as a real sexual act, and therefore no one really mentions anything if it is done in public, to the Ferengi it is, and is a very intimate thing that they can even have other people be tricked into doing for them if the females do not know what exactly they are doing for the males.
Much better.
Ferengi males also can put Oo-Mox into contracts, saying that female employees, who of course would not be Ferengi, because female Ferengis could not have the right to work until much later in the Star Trek canon, that females can give Oo-Mox to their male employers at the request. And a lot of females do not agree with this and can lose their jobs because they do not fill their obligation in that contract. To help clarify this debate, there is a book published, Oo-Mox for Fun and for Profit. Although we do not know exactly what the contents of this book is, we can draw parallels to other human books about similar subjects. This also means that females can have a significant advantage when negotiating with Ferengi males. We see this multiple times when females of various types use Oo-Mox as a way to get themselves better bargains and to have more of a profit share go to them rather than to the Ferengi that they are doing business with.
I demand 40%. All right, 30.
What magnificent cartilage.
22 and don't stop.
You've got a deal.
I guess as long as both are consenting parties, it really should not be an issue. Now, since Ferengi females do have extremely similar anatomy to Ferengi males, apart from a couple obvious differences, it is reasonable to assume that Ferengi females also have erogenous zones within their ears, and that these can be stimulated for pleasure, although we have not yet seen a Ferengi male do that to a Ferengi female. Therefore, as part of their society, odds are that's not exactly a thing. And girls, you can now laugh because there's a very similar practice with a lot of males of our society, if you know what I mean. We also have never seen any male give Oo-Mox to another male, and it is assumed that that would be looked down upon in Ferengi society, given the indications that we have between the difference of the sexes and what is socially acceptable and expected of the different genders. Now, we can make a biological assumption about the Ferengis that this means that since those areas are extremely sensitive and can invoke pleasure and or pain, that there is a large amount of nerves and nerve bundles within the ears themselves. Therefore, when a person grabs onto the ear in a harsh way as opposed to a pleasurable way, this is very similar to grabbing a human male or female in an extremely private and sensitive area. thus invoking a lot of pain instead of pleasure, although there is the possibility that some Ferengis are into that kind of thing.
Am I doing it right?
You don't have to be quite so gentle.
Let me know what you think about Oo-Mox in the comment section down below, and if you're new to this channel, go ahead and subscribe. Great videos are coming out every week where I show you how it is okay to be a man and a geek at the same time. For more Star Trek, you can click right here, or for some more manliness or geekiness, you can click right here. Because after all, if the women don't find you manly, they should at least find you geeky. Thank you to the patrons who make this all possible, and until next time, beard on, bro.